Since the birth of hip-hop, there's been conversations across the globe about the top 5, and no one's leading the charge for that top spot higher than Kendrick Lamar. Next weekend, he's due to join fellow rappers Jay-Z, Kanye West, and Stormzy by headlining the grandest stage of them all, Glastonbury's Pyramid Stage.
Well, welcome back to Who the F***. It's the show that aims to take a deep dive in some of the acts performing across festival season in 2022. In today's episode, we're taking on the first part of, this is a big one, but we're looking at Kendrick Lamar. He's one of the biggest artists to emerge and the best rappers, I think the best rapper ever. I know that's a statement, but it's a statement I'm sticking with. And hopefully by the end of this video, you might even agree with me. This really is just meant to be an overview of his career. So without further ado, if you've never heard of him before, hopefully this video will help answer the question, who the f*** is Kendrick Lamar?
Why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch.
Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, better known to his fans as Kendrick Lamar, sometimes k.dot, Oklahoma, there's a few ones, is a rapper from Compton, Los Angeles. Genre-wise, I don't know how you describe this man. Jazz, hip-hop, rap, I don't think gangster rap, but he does mention like a lot of the gangs in and around Compton. He's just a real storyteller. He's inspired by people like NWA, Tupac, Jay-Z. There's so many options there. Like all of the great rappers. All the greats. Kendrick's timeline starts with the record, which is on the Top Dog Entertainment YouTube channel, Bitch, I'm in the Club.
Bitch, I'm in the club. Homies blowing endo. Turned up, going up. Time still done selling room.
This was released under the moniker of k.dot. In April 2010, he released the first part of his now prominent Heart series with The Heart Part 1.
Until I see big poxy pun, but this ain't easy. I can't take a big L, my city needs me. I gotta win, the proof is in the pudding. And I've been fucking with Cosby since I was 10.
In September 2010, he released his debut mixtape, Overly Dedicated, as well as a video for P&P 1.5 featuring fellow black hippie Absol.
All I need in this lifetime, pussy and Patron. Give me that, once you give me that, once again it's on.
The mixtape even made its way onto the Billboard Hot 100 album chart and was led by The Heart Part 2.
Sitting in the studio thinking about which move will go right now. Freestyle or write down, whatever. It's still a
In April 2011, he put out the first single, High Power, taken from his upcoming debut album. The record was interestingly produced by fellow rapper J. Cole, and it's quite radically different from what we've come to expect from Kendrick, but it still slaps.
just call it shit high power. Nigga, nothing less than high power.
The album Section 80 was released in July 2011 to critical acclaim, scoring an 80 on Metacritic. Reviews came in saying, Section 80 is not to be sacred text, but I've got the feeling that in 5 years' time, it may just prove to be prophetic. The album titles references Section 8 housing. In America, that's the federal government's program to assist low-income families, the disabled and elderly to afford housing. In contrast to the crack epidemic and Reaganism occurring in the 80s. The record features standout records ADHD,
8 doobies to the face, fuck that. 12 bottles in the case, nigga, fuck that. 2 pills in the halfway.
and our first dabble into Kendrick's jazz influence with the outrageous Rigor Mortis. And then followed up in July with the anthem that is Swimming Pools. His second album, Good Kid, Mad City, was released in October 2012, scoring 92 on Metacritic. Reviews came in saying, with Good Kid, Mad City, Compton's flag bearer unveils a group of songs equally potent individually and collectively, meeting the mainstream and rabid fans in the middle, improbably touching that thinnest slice between mass appeal and mass respect. The record was nominated for 2 Grammys, including Album of the Year and Best Rap Album, losing out to both Daft Punk and Macklemore representatively. Something that even Macklemore disagrees with, texting Kendrick later that night saying, "You got robbed, I wanted you to win, you should have." The album's original artwork is a Polaroid of Kendrick as a child along with 2 of his uncles and his grandfather, with the adult's eyes censored. The uncle who is holding Lamar is also displaying Crip gang signs. The poster behind them features Kendrick Lamar and his father, and on the table you'll see a baby bottle and a 40-ounce beer. Its artwork demonstrates the stark differences in the world Kendrick grew up in. The album also features the iconic singles Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe,
Bitch don't kill my vibe. Bitch don't kill my vibe. Bitch don't kill my vibe.
and Backstreet Freestyle, a record that when I first listened to it, I thought I was listening to a collective of different rappers, and it just shows how diverse Kendrick can be, portraying multiple characters on one record.
Damn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the making. city, mobbing in the street.
I purposely try to avoid diving too much into the meaning of each of these records. You can spend literally days doing that, and they go in depth on some of the kind of conspiracy theories and the social political landscape that he paints so distressfully. But it's Kendrick's ability to tell a story that sets himself aside from every other rapper. And with this record, aside from having some absolute standout bangers, it's a concept album. It tells the coming of age story of K.dot, a youthful teen in Compton battling maturation and gang violence. And no record tells this story quite so distressingly as The Art of Peer Pressure.
Really, I'm a so-and-so, but I'm with the homies right now.
Nigga, somebody in this room.
I hit the back window in search of any Nintendo, DVDs, plasma screen TVs in the trunk.
He would spend the next couple of years featuring on a plethora of different artist projects, went on to feature on Schoolboy Q's album Oxymoron, on perhaps one of my favourite rap records of the last decade, Collard Greens.
Alright, let me blow this bitch, I'm famous, I blame this on you. Cash in the hang, get my penthouse roof, skyline.
But it was in 2013, when he went on to feature on Big Sean's Control, that he really showed that he was in the top spot of rap, claiming he was both the king of the coast and king of New York.
I'm Machiavelli's offspring, I'm the king of New York, king of the coast. One hand, I juggle them both.
He also went on to call out 11 fellow rappers by name, including
And that goes for Jamaica, Big Crit Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, J Electron, Tyler McMillan. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. Trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you niggas. They don't want to hear not one more now, no verb from you.
I think I'm going to leave part one here. It feels like the end of the first chapter in Kendrick's story. He went on to really establish himself, and that Control verse had such a monumental impact on so many of his peers, ushering in this new era of hip-hop. It just feels like the right time to stop. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate it. A little like does everything. And if you want to join me on this journey of music discovery, and it is a journey of music discovery, then hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.